Switching to a simpler algorithm to determine video length. So in the past I used two formats, and these formats were defined by the variable length. The formats were derived from the different formats that are available on most social media platforms, which are the short form content, 0 to 60 seconds, and the long form content, anything above. Now, I already tried to basically get these two formats to overlap apart from this variable length, because this would simplify the production process quite. Now, additionally, I think it makes sense to simplify the production process further in the following way. I record videos and I record them as long as I think they should be. Because I now recorded these two different formats, whenever I recorded for an hour short form content, then I would just say things that are very short. But sometimes I would need to add something, and then I found myself overriding the 1 minute again and again. A big problem that results out of not constraining the time is that I also tend to speak then longer if I mention, for example, something that is on the hierarchy on this level, and then I also go one hierarchy below, then I also have to mention all the other things that are on the higher level hierarchy. Delusion, one could say, but also to a certain extent not, because then the video is not properly fulfilled. Now, on the other side of this is whenever I record it long, I also try to be as short as I possibly can, because it seems to be the case that if you can say something with less words, basically, in a short amount of time, that then at least the other person does not need to spend that much time on it. So the computation basically of the language, the optimization for clarity, one could say, is basically then the defining goal. So now what I've been thinking about is that I just press start, and then I don't distinguish any longer between short and long form content, because I already, apart from the duration of the video, have merged these formats up to the point where they are basically the same video, just with a different video length. What this also then allows me to do is have a simplified production, not only production but distribution process. That's the thing I actually wanted to mention. So if I now upload videos, previously I used two different Notion lists for uploading these videos. I would record the videos, and once I had them recorded, I would then ID them, which is that I would bring the timestamp together into a just format which contains, I think, of 14 letters, not letters but numbers. And this is then the video title, also another simplification. But once I uploaded, I needed these two different lists. So if I have a channel open on YouTube and I'm logged into this channel, then what I needed to do is to upload first the short video content and then look up the other list. But since Notion, at least on my computer, does not perform that well, this often was kind of a waiting time issue. And the waiting time issue seems to be one of the main constraints that I have with my production output, as defined by videos posted. Now, if I switch to longer duration, then I basically am using one list in Notion, and if I use this one list in Notion, then once I recorded videos, then I only have to find the corresponding channel, because I record for multiple channels in also multiple formats, but currently, at least in the last few days, I've been recording mostly this front format. And so now if I record all of these videos and then I have them in a list in File Explorer, then I can just say, okay, this video is for this channel, this video is for this channel, and I do no longer have to say, okay, let's first categorize them by length and then move them into this different folder. Maybe I forgot one. What I also previously had is, this is also something that's, I think, to some extent important in terms of the distribution. I would distribute both one short per day and one long per day per channel. At least that was the ideal I was trying to approach with my production rate, even though practically I've only produced 3 videos as of basically beginning to produce content, which I now simplified down to me turning 18. So at me turning 18, I say I had basically to begin to work, so I averaged all of the videos and content I made, which I now just see as videos. And so even if I wrote a blog article 6 years ago or 8 years ago, I still now see only the video of it as the kind of final product. So therefore I averaged a production rate over the last years since turning 18 of 3 per day, which is not sufficient. Now, in order to increase production rate, in order to basically turn this, at least ideally, into a business, I therefore seeked out rules of simplification over the last couple of weeks, one of which was that I now would merge the short and long form content into just one format that is basically just video.